Welcome, everyone, to another episode of My World to Travel. Today, we're traveling to Italy. Christina, who is our special guest?
Well, Andre, buongiorno, Katia. Sono molto felice per oggi perché today we have a very special guest, Angelo Periano from Rocco Forte Hotels, and I believe he may be coming to us from Sicily. So let's welcome him in.
Angelo.
Hello, Andrei, Cristina, Katia, ciao, and
Ciao a
welcome
tutti.
to Sicily.
Wow, I feel like it's so much sunnier and brighter in here already. Welcome, Angelo.
Very much so, and thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy that we are going through this virtual journey from US to Sicily all together, And Katia, you know what? We have the sun inside of us. Whether we are in Sicily or in US, we are always shining.
I love
How's
that.
everything?
Very good. I'm excited I love Sicily. I like this unique place in Italy, and I can't wait to share it with everyone.
Absolutely, and that's such an amazing opportunity. One more time, thank you very much. I'm truly excited, to go through this virtual journey together. And you know what? Without any further ado, let's dive into Sicily through this virtual journey. What you think?
Let's do it.
Andiamo.
All right,
Andiamo.
buckle up and let's go. Here we are. So, when it comes to Sicily, guys, I will say that some words are truly evocative, about the experiences that are possible to be made throughout the islands. Some of these words are dream. Indeed, think about it. You can dream about the island, you can dream about being here, and once you are here, and you'll see, because as we were saying during our previous conversations, it is just a matter of time. And you guys and your clients, through your advice, will be coming over here in the near future. When it comes to Sicily, some other words very evocative about the island are indeed retrace the history of the island. Because also during this conversation, we are going to learn, we are going to understand even better that this gorgeous island has got a lot of history, a lot of heritage, and I'll tell you more about it. Location, location, location. Sicily is the biggest island of the Mediterranean, which is located basically in the center of it, right? So thanks to its privileged position between exactly mainland Italy and also North Africa, has been actually a crossroad of civilizations throughout the centuries. Even though there is just 2 miles of water between Sicily and the mainland, we are talking about two different words. Sometimes Sicily to me means independency, mystery, but also a lot of charm. And let me give you some facts and figures about the island. We have already talked about that Sicily is the biggest island in the Mediterranean, and I will tell you that the island has got a land area of 9,927 square miles. Moreover, Sicily has got 5 million inhabitants, and it is the fourth most populated region in Italy. Then more than 85% of the island is made of hills and mountains. Moreover, the tallest volcano in Europe, Mount Etna, is located here in Sicily. Is located actually on the eastern coast, on the side of Taormina
You could
and
see it on
Catania.
your background. For those looking on our
Exactly, it
video,
is basically
on the other side, yeah,
on the other
next
side,
to the
on
hat.
this side. Exactly.
For the video audience, just check the hat and then you'll see
Like
the mountain right
this
there.
way, this way.
Yeah, this way. That's
Exactly.
right. That's right.
And then I'll tell you more, guys. There are more than 10 volcanoes in Sicily, and 3 of them are still active nowadays. So the 3 active ones are the Mount Etna, of which we have talked about it before, Stromboli, and Vulcano. Because you gotta know that besides the main island, that there are several different islands scattered around Sicily, and Stromboli and Vulcano are part of the Aeolian Islands, which are absolutely wild, which are absolutely fantastic. They are a great destination. Well, an island into the island, I will say. Then Sicily has 3 different coasts. The old name of Sicily was Trinacria. Trinacria is a Greek word that means having 3 headlands or 3 capes. The 3 capes of Sicily are Peloro on the northeast, then Passero on the south, and then the third one is Lilibeo on the west. So 3 capes, and in terms of sea, we have the Mediterranean Sea in the south, the Tyrrhenian Sea in the north, and the Ionian Sea in the east. So you see, there is plenty to know about this gorgeous island.
Christina, Angelo said that we're connecting Italy and the United States, and there is a strong connection between Sicily specifically and the United States, correct?
You know, I have so many friends that are Sicilian Americans from maybe Shaka or even Agrigento, Palermo, those areas. And they're always dying to go back and visit their roots, visit their family, get a taste of you know what it was like and what it's like now. So I think it's a really great bridge to be able to nowadays explore your roots, explore Sicily. Can you talk about that a little bit, Angelo?
Absolutely, my dear. There is a lot of connections between Sicily and US. You got to think that starting from the 1800 and up to more or less after Second World War, a lot of Sicilian families actually migrated to the US. So that's why, I mean, whether it is Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and a little bit all over US, you always find Sicilian last name, because one of the most important elements of the Sicilian culture is family, is, you know, roots. All these families that migrated to the US, they never actually forget about their roots. So there is actually this street connection between Sicily and America. So it makes sense. For example, Christina, you know that in Sicily, Rocco Forte hotels has got, and we're going to talk about them a little bit more afterwards, has got one amazing property, Verdura, which is located on the southwest coast of the island, only 90 minutes drive from Palermo. We have a lot of American guests that actually are coming back on one side to discover the beauty of the island, because Sicily is up and coming. Sometimes you want to consider Sicily as a solo destination, because there is a lot to do, a lot to discover and explore. On the other side, there is also the will actually to retrace their roots. So they're gonna dig more into their family history. They're gonna discover all these little villages where the grandfather or the great-grandfather was coming from. And you can see on their face the joy out of it. And it is a pleasure, because at the end of the day, we are lucky because we are working in an industry which is all about people, right? So when we see in the face of our guests, your clients, you know, this kind of sentiment, this kind of joy, that is strictly linked to a memory of a lifetime, it is really fulfilling.
And
That's
speaking
great.
of people, it sounds like a great destination for families because you can retrace your roots, stay at a gorgeous property. I would love to hear more about Verdura. And then you can explore the ruins and learn some history along the way.
My dear, it is absolutely a fantastic destination for families, but not only for families, for couples, for honeymooners, for multi-generational families, or even, you know, friends traveling together. Sicily has got different faces, has got a romantic side, a wild side, different kind of sides that will give you something depending on what's the meaning of your journey. Overall, always, as soon as you are coming over here and discover the island, you will leave with the desire to come back and with a sense of, oh my gosh, I did discover something new in Italy.
Awesome. So for
There we
such a
go.
unique destination, we need to go with a really special place to stay. Andre and Katya, where would you want to stay when you're there?
Well, I would like to stay for a very, it sounds like I need, you know, a little bit of time to explore everything. So maybe spend a month in Sicily, traveling.
Well, Katia, mi casa es tu casa, my dear, and that's anytime, my dear, anytime. And when it comes to hospitality, my dear, and saying to you, mi casa es tu casa, well, mi casa will be in this case a Verdura resort because I mean,
That's right.
you gotta know.
Andiamo insieme.
Yes.
You gotta know, guys, that one of the excellencies in terms of hospitality here in Sicily is represented by Verdura Resort, which is
Wait,
a Rocco
before
Forte
you say
hotel.
something, I think
Yes.
we should share a video with the audience about the resort, and then we will talk about it.
That will be absolutely lovely, Andrei.
Wow, so stunning. I feel like I'm there already.
You see,
Katya, does
Christina,
that
is
fit
it?
for your month-long stay? Does that meet your standards of accommodation and activities?
Yes. The only thing I'm missing is Angelo's mother to make all the meals, or Amy.
Well, absolutely. Let's do one thing, Katia. You'll come over here, you stay at Verdura, you're going to experience basically everything you saw in the video. So you're going to experience a fantastic destination ready to be discovered, made of Greek temples, little villages where you can have some lovely excursions. Then, as soon as you are back at the resort, you're going to enjoy the beach, you're going to enjoy the spa, you're going to enjoy water sports. And I'll promise, I'll take you out and I'll get you meet my mom. She'll be happy. So don't be afraid, because as soon as she's going to saw you, she's going to embrace you immediately. She's going to hug you like and giving you a lot of kisses. Then at a certain
Angelo,
point,
you know what though? But she can also stay at the 3-4 bedroom villas because they have a full kitchen, and then we can invite your mom to come,
oh,
right?
sure,
That's the brand
absolutely.
new
That's
addition to the resort that Is that kitchen good enough for your mom to cook at?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And I'm sure she will ask also for a barbecue outdoor, to make some grilled vegetables or meats. Yes, absolutely, yes. Because as you were saying, Andre, a great news here at Verdura is that in a couple of months, we are going to open a brand new reality. So we are going to open 20 new villas, absolutely gorgeous. Each and every villa is going to have a fantastic view over the sea. They are bright, they are contemporary, they are a dream. They are absolutely a dream. Katia, I can see you as a part of this dream, my dear.
What do I pack? Italian fashion. What's the fashion of Sicily like? What do I bring with me? Or do I bring nothing and I can just,
Well,
enjoy
my
the
dear,
lifestyle of
you
the
are, you know what? You need to bring just your adorable smile, and that's all you need. For the rest, you'll be taken care of.
Perfect.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, it depends. Well, no, I'm not kidding. It depends also on the season, and it depends, Katia, on the type of holidays you want to make, right? Let's pretend a kind of holiday in which you do a little bit of, outdoor sightseeing, but also you do a little bit of fancy restaurant or, fancy beach clubs. So we are talking about the summer. The month is more or
Hey,
less
yes.
July. So during the day, I want you easy because there you go. I want you easy and very
Okay.
light because it's a hot over here. So, tend to use light colors, tend to use light fabrics, tend to use for the day comfy shoes. For the night, Katia, I want you sexy.
It's a good thing because I like to dress that way for the
There you
nighttime.
go. So for the night, I see long gowns. I see also very light,
Wow.
long gowns, but like long dress,
Okay.
very romantic, maybe with a V-neck or a more profound, or more profound V-neck, like light fabrics as well, a lot of linen, maybe a lot of
Yeah.
cotton. You want to bring a shawl, just for a light shawl, maybe for fanciness, but also maybe if you tend to stay out late at night, even during summer around midnight 1, it could be a little bit of humidity, so maybe a light shawl to cover your shoulders is going to be very well appreciated. And then last but not least, your swimming suits. I mean,
Oh,
you got
yes.
plenty of them because you're going to spend a lot of time enjoying a fancy, I can picture you on a fancy beach club with a glass of a sparkling Sicilian wine with a nice hat,
Oh,
for
the hat. Yes.
there
Well,
you
I'm
go.
also bringing my hiking shoes. Just saying. It sounds like I can go for.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You want to do during the summer, you want to do maybe, early morning excursions or after or sunset excursions. Absolutely. So, you're going to pack a little bit of everything. You want to be fashionable also here.
Oh, okay. Well, I could see myself as part of this dream. You said sea, sunshine, mountains,
Food.
hills.
And then, guys, because the villas, they are going to have 3, but also 4 bedrooms. I mean, Christine, Andre, you got to come over as well,
Oh,
Absolutely.
right?
oh yeah.
You're,
It
you're
will
giving,
be party time.
you're giving me a taste of Sicily, and it all sounds and smells so delicious. I have a feeling you have some great desserts there too, with all the different influences that are very unique to
Absolutely.
Sicilian culture.
Absolutely, Christina. Talking about smell, and then I'll tell you more about the desserts. I mean, these oranges, oh, guys, I'm gonna rub them, and then I'm smelling them. These are fresh, organic oranges, right from our chef garden. I mean, right from our Verdura estate. And here in Sicily, really, as soon as you are going to be here, the freshness of the produce, the agricultural produce, remarkable. And obviously, also these beauties are used, for some iconic desserts. We've been talking about the different dominations Sicily has got, and all these dominations have left their traces also in culinary delicacies. For example, one thing that I absolutely love is almond pastries, or as you guys call it, marzipan, right? So
Yes.
the history behind them is absolutely fascinating. We called it in Sicily frutti martorana. Martorana is basically the name of a monastery in Palermo. So because you gotta know that back in the days, the production of all these delicacies, marzipan delicacies, was actually made inside the monasteries, because the nuns, they needed actually to do something to invest their time, but also to make money, right? So they were creating all these delicacies, all these little fruits of marzipan. And nowadays, and these actually, now the monasteries are way less than they were back in the days, but still these traditions, according to the ancient recipes, are still nowadays available throughout the island. Or think about the almond pastries. The almond pastries, they've been brought to the island from the Arabs, because one of their customs was, to have a tea, with almond pastries. And this is fascinating, because everywhere you go, there is always something reminding to ancient traditions. Think about the markets. Katia, we got to do this. I mean, we got to go through a market. We got to buy food from there. It will be an experience. You will see people eating, people screaming, people bargaining. I mean, it will be lively. It will be fun. And think about it. The markets in Sicily are basically a reminiscence of the Arabs' souks, with a little bit of a Spanish influence when it comes to be a little bit more lively. So in each and every place of the island, whether you are here at Verdura on the southeast coast of the island, discover the nearbys, whether you are in Palermo in the middle of a market, you always are gonna find history, heritage, something that gives you a memory, something of value. And that's amazing. I mean, that's absolutely amazing.
Well, and you talk about the tea, that reminds me of the hospitality that you're talking about with the Arabic influence and the Sicilian influence. It's all about starting the conversation, starting your journey. I imagine at Verdura, you have a great hospitality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You, Christina, you, Christina, you were talking about exactly hospitality from the past, but I will tell you more, and I will talk about the hospitality of the contemporary hospitality, the hospitality branded Rocco Forte hotels, because you gotta know that Rocco Forte hotels was the very first company to open the very first luxury resort located in Sicily, and one of the best reality throughout Southern Europe. So that's absolutely amazing. So with the Rocco Forte hotels, we basically put, and with Verdura, we put actually the southeast coast of Sicily and its surroundings on the international maps. And a kind of hospitality delivered from the heart, because being a great supporters of Rocco Forte hotels, that when it comes to our company, that behind our company there is a family. There is a family that has got, there is a family that cares about hospitality. There is a family that nowadays, there is a family involved in hospitality since 4 generations. And nowadays, whether we are talking about Sir Rocco, the chairman of the company, or Olga Polizzi, the sister of Sir Rocco and also the deputy chairman of the company and the director of design throughout our European hotels, or Sir Rocco's children, Lydia, Irene, and Charles, all the family is deeply involved in our hotels. And that means that it is a kind of hospitality delivered with flair. And everybody here, starting from sales, going to reservations, going to operations where there is reception or food and beverage, maintenance, spa. Everybody does embrace these values, which are really important to us as employees of this company, and are really important actually, to be delivered to your clients.
It's such a rare and unique opportunity to stay in with Rocco Forte. I think it's the only way to stay in Sicily. Personally, Andre, what do you think?
Oh, for sure. And I said the family aspect is definitely an important one because, as I know from just following the brand and kind of knowing about it, Sir Rocco Forte, talks to everyone, makes sure that there's some sort of, hello and introduction. It's not this, family ruling the Rocco Forte. There, everyone's a part of the success together, and
Absolutely.
and also one of the trends I think that Sir Rocco always uh, focused on in all of the properties is wellness and fitness, something that's come to the forefront, especially now that luxury is great, but you also have to make sure you take care of your body and mind, and that's something that's great to do with the Roccaforte property because of all the properties have a swimming pool, all the properties have a spa, and a wellness component to them.
Absolutely, yes, Andre. And to mention the first parts of what you were saying before, indeed, leading by examples, and then the family and the company really care about the details, about the guest experience. We really care from the first moment, from the time we do receive an inquiry, for example, and we cooperate a lot because also we share the same values because also you guys care a lot about your clients journey, and that's something that we do share and that we do have in common. And then as soon as your clients are coming here, and then we are together in this beautiful partnership, but then we're gonna take care absolutely about the experience then here at the resort or in a city hotel.
Yeah,
And
and I think one important thing to point out is that the Roccaforte hotels, even though, as you said, they put Sicily on the map or an area of Sicily of the map, they're luxury. They're still very much boutique properties. We're not talking about these large,
no, not at
massive
all.
properties. There, the Verdura is on a lot of land. Has a large footprint for you to enjoy yourself. But in terms of size, it's still a very boutique property, just like the rest of the Italian portfolio.
And also the beauty, Andre, that the part of this experience is actually, it is reflected also into the hotels. What I mean is that when it comes to Roccaforte hotels, one of the philosophy of the company is that each and every hotel reflects the destination. And that's absolutely beautiful because as soon as you step Verdura, you understand immediately that you are in Sicily. Besides the warm hospitality you are going to receive, but also in all the details. For example, here at Verdura, you will find all these ceramics on display every now and then in the rooms, in the restaurants, because as Sicily has got a great heritage in terms of ceramic production. When it comes to culinary, also, those delicacies that Katia had the pleasure to enjoy thanks to my mom, but that's another story, right? I mean, she will have the opportunity to enjoy them as well in the Verdura Key. I mean, we have a lovely restaurant called the Liola, which is our typical Sicilian trattoria, where you're going to find exceptional pizza, but also, all these street food that are representing, Sicily. So, in this kind of attention to details, attention to the destination, it is, a fil rouge, a common thread that you are able to find in each and every Roccaforte hotels. So as soon as your clients are coming over, I'll make sure, to take very good care of them.
Well, we love that because we know it's really important to have our boots on the ground, and you guys are our boots on the ground, fulfilling the dream and executing everything that we are able to kind of facilitate to our clients. So we really appreciate all that you do, and we love your oranges. I think what Andre was asking about Verdura. What does Verdura mean?
Well, verdura means a good question, Christina. Verdura means a vegetable, and behind, yes,
A
simple
luxury
as that.
vegetable. A luxury vegetable.
But I will tell you more behind this name because verdura, once again, this is a word that we used at the beginning of our conversation, and I'm going to use it again. Verdura is a dream because you got to think about this beautiful land with unobstructed views over the sea and with a lot of vegetation all around. Think about in the morning when you wake up with all these beautiful birds singing, in the countryside. You open the windows of your room or your suite or your villa, and there is this gorgeous sun sparkling over the Mediterranean Sea. Heaven, no? Really a dream.
I feel
And
like I'm in a movie.
behind the name, there is also a very cool story. You gotta know that back in the days, right, the land where Verdura has been built was actually belonging to a noble family, Duchi di Verdura, the Dukes of Verdura. And, these Dukes of Verdura, the last descendant of them, Fulco di Verdura, was the one who left Sicily, went to Paris working with Coco Chanel, and then, he ended up in New York. You see, Christina, the connection between Sicily and US always there. So he ended up in New York opening the Verdura jewelry on Fifth Avenue.
Ah, there
Wow,
I
you
is
mean,
go.
jewelry
this
Very
is
still
nice.
absolutely great.
Yeah.
And talking about, very cool stories, well, we could go on and on and on, but I will tell you another one. You got to think that, back in the days, we are talking about between the 1800, well, the end of the 1700 and the beginning of the 1900. At a certain point, from the end of the 1800 to the beginning of the 1900, Palermo, the capital of Sicily, was basically the capital of the Belle Époque. The Belle Époque style, the Art Nouveau style, it was a fantastic place. Everybody was coming to Palermo, also just like to spend the winter or, to enjoy the beauties that this city was offering, right? And you got to think that at that time, just to give you a comparison, to let you understand the importance of this family, there was a family that to give a comparison about the importance, they were important as the Vanderbilt family in New York or the Astor family. So that was the importance in Palermo. They were entrepreneur. They basically built up an empire from nothing. That's incredible. And when they reach the top, when they reach the zenith, they were kings and queens of the city. The family I'm talking you about is the Florio family. The Florio family basically built up also a fantastic luxurious hotel called Villa Igiea. And we are at the beginning of the 1900. Villa Igiea, there was, the hotel of the rich and famous. All the aristocratic families were going there. It is a beautiful urban resort in Liberty style facing the sea. Once again, a dream. And I will tell you more. This iconic hotel, nowadays, it is a Rocco Forte hotel, the very first five-star luxury property in Palermo that is going to open on May 1st, ready to welcome your clients.
So
Yeah, and to
exciting.
bring it also to the current day is for everyone listening is that first of all, getting to Sicily is quite easy from Europe. There's a lot of airlift to get there, so it's not a difficult destination to combine with a trip to a different country in Europe, even or Italy. And then in addition, there is potentially plans for a nonstop from the United States straight to Palermo. So there you go. You don't even have to check out the mainland. You can go straight to Villa Igiea and then to Villa Verdura afterwards.
Absolutely. That's a great combination, Andre. That's absolutely a great combination because, as you were saying, absolutely easy to get over here. Last year, actually, but now we are waiting to know some more news about it. But last year, there was a plan from United to have a direct flight out of Newark with, to Palermo. Nowadays, we are still waiting to understand if this flight will be operated. But regardless, I mean, you can stop in Rome with Alitalia or Delta, and then Rome to Palermo is just a 1 hour flight.
Yes.
Once you are
I like that because you go to Rome, stay at the De Russi, the rooftop bar, gorgeous, stunning, get your braccato and your sparkles, and then you get rid of your jet lag. So that when you arrive in Sicily for the short 1 hour flight, you are rested, awake, ready for the orange juice that's going to be fresh squeezed and brought to you.
Now, Christina, from your time in Sicily, what stayed with you the most?
Oh, Cefalu, okay? The ancient stones and hiking. I mean, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest with you, when I think about my time there, because it's such a unique and beautiful destination, takes you back in time, but yet I love what Angelo brought up is the contemporary feel and luxury of Rocco Forte Hotel Collection, because you have these amazing experiences that bring you back in time and you feel like you're in a different era, but then you can come back home and be pampered and taken care of and all of that. So I would say being transported, and today it's hard to find a unique destination that you feel safe in, that is culturally vibrant and authentic and unique. And I just think that Sicily fits the bill. And then plus great seafood. I mean, it's really a gem.
No, we talked about, people like experiences and traveling for experience. And, you mentioned, and Christina talked about, the sea, but there's islands, there's food. It's a food destination. It's sunshine most of the year, correct? The locals are friendly, and, there's wine, right? Wine and olive oil as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah, let's talk about that a
absolutely,
little
and
bit.
that's Katia, and that's a part of the experience. I mean, when it comes to olive oil, it is absolutely delicious. Let me tell you a story. I mean, we do here where we are located on the southwest coast of the island, where Verdura is located. There is a lot of land in the surroundings, so you will find a lot of land, where olives are grow. So there is a lot of olive oil production. We do partner, for example, with great realities such as Planeta, this lovely family that does olive oil, but also, does, wine, incredible wine. This reality does have wineries all around, the island. So, it is a pleasure to go through a wine tasting, whether it is Planeta or another fantastic family, Tasca d'Almerita, which is a very reputable name here in Sicily, or Donna Fugata, plenty of realities. So when you go, when you do a wine tasting and you taste, for example, the Nero d'Avola, normally those grapes are basically grow around Mount Etna because the soil is very rich in mineral. So the consistency of the wine tastes different. Or, Christina before was mentioning seafood, which is to die for over here, right? And then you pair a great seafood dinner with a chili white, which could be like a Chardonnay, for example, or a Catarratto.
Yeah, and also you forgot to mention that based on going back to history, around 3000 BC is how wine arrived to Italy through Sicily. And so
there you go.
there
Absolutely.
you go. You wouldn't have Italian wine without Sicily playing a part in it. So
Bravissimo, bravissimo. And then also when it was at the time of the Arabs, I mean, the Arabs also introduced in Sicily some, some variety of wine called the Zibibbo, which is a very sweet wine. And nowadays you have a production of sweet wine, which is a normally dessert wine on the south of the island, or even in Pantelleria, this gorgeous island, Sicilian island between Sicily and North Africa. So, you know, it is a journey going through the wine, but also the olive oil. Just to give you an example, you know, here at Verdura, we have a lot of trees of olives, and normally we do made also our own olive oil, which is great. And you know, Verdura olive oil is you can find it in our restaurants throughout you know, the restaurants of the company. Or you know, just to stress the accent on you know, the organic approach and the farm to table approach, we do grow our own vegetables. Besides the oranges, for example, all the herbs that then our chefs they use basically for their cookings, or think about the fresh vegetable according to the season. So basically, we bring Sicily at a table, we bring healthy food on a plate, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, Angelo, I think we're all very much ready to go. And I thank you so much for transporting us. We're going to end this amazing presentation with a video for Villa Igiea, and that's opening soon. So, and welcoming guests starting in May, correct?
Exactly.
And
Just 2 months away. Let's book our tickets.
It is a fantastic. Thank you very much. Well, I want you guys here. I want you guys here. We're gonna do, you know, a couple of nights in Palermo and Villa Igiea. We're gonna combine Palermo with Verdura. We're gonna try all the four together, our brand new villas, and it will be delightful. So thank you guys, and I hope you know to see you soon, and also to have your clients over here, and you know, we'll see in Sicily.
Ciao a tutti. Allora, I hope you really enjoyed our Italy series at My World to Travel. Be sure to contact us when you're ready to go to Italy. We'd be happy to help you. Like and subscribe to our channel at My World to Travel for more amazing content. Grazie. Ciao a tutti.